The kids are riding bike or their electric scooters, so I'm sitting outside watching them. And I want to talk about the fear of being seen. I didn't know that I had that fear. It was something that I had to discover about myself because I'm always posting. I've always posted content and all of that, but it's always me showing something like my creative work, which I still actively do and I feel is a part of my mission and purpose, but it's always showing that. And so my personality could be behind that, whether it was showing a handbag or some art with the clay, or doing hair, my hair products, my skincare products, my body care line, all of those things. Those are in the front and I'm just kind of behind it, right? Well, when spirit is like, no, you need to start using your voice and speaking and teaching through all of your experiences and lessons, learned, that was a little hard for me. And I didn't understand why, because I post all the time. I had to realize it's something that my mom taught and that I got from her. And I didn't know that, and this is not blaming, but this is where I learned it from. For example, she would say all the time, never let your good be evil spoken of. So that means do the right thing, always be on it, always, put your best foot forward, because if not, you don't want somebody to be able to say something negative about it. And so what I've learned today in my adult age is that, child, don't matter what you do. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. People are going to talk. They're going to find something wrong with something. People are struggling every single day to be who they are, live in their truth, because of fear of what somebody might say. So for me, I find myself always throughout life on high alert, looking around, making sure like, I can't do that, or I'm not going to say that, when really I feel that way, but I'm not going to show that because I don't want nobody to say nothing about X, Y, and Z, right? And I can remember one time also going to church. We grew up going to church on Sunday, but then eventually we switched over to going to church on Saturday at, Seventh-day Adventist. And so at the time, they were really hard up about jewelry. Adventism, they was like, ain't no wearing no, they didn't wear wedding rings. They wore a watch. I'm married, you bought me a watch. They didn't wear earrings, none of that. And at the time when I was younger, growing up, it was a strict thing. They were really strict about that. But we came in from Sunday church. We weren't born and raised that way. So my mom didn't have an issue with us wearing the earrings and stuff. So this particular time, I was putting on my big hoops because it's what I do. But I had on the real big ones this day. And so my mom was like, you gonna wear those? And I said, yeah. And I said, now, mama, you ain't never had no issue with us wearing our earrings. And she was like, no, I still don't. I don't have an issue. I'm just thinking, it may be a hindrance or a stumbling block for someone else. And I was like, what you mean? And she was like, you may be sitting minding your business, getting a word, and then somebody is too busy, upset, and focused on the fact that like, ooh, why she wear them earrings, and they big too, that they will miss the word that they're coming there for. They'll miss what they need because they're concerned about what you're doing. It's like, you got to be your brother and sister keeper. You don't be a stumbling block for your brother and sister. The biggest fucking lies ever told. Okay? Let me tell you something. I get it. We are our brother and sister keeper. I get that you're not doing things intentionally to cause someone to stumble and fall. But how is me being who I am causing an issue for you? And instead of holding people accountable, instead of forcing people to be grown up, be adults, be mature, have emotional maturity, right? You tell the other person, okay, since they gonna be who they are, but I need you to change so that they can be okay. And absolutely not. My children, I don't give a damn. Don't you dim your light. Don't you change who you are. Don't you pretend, wrap up who you are to make other people happy. It's not gonna happen. And so I find myself having to work through that and understand that this is not me, this is not mine, this is other people's conditioning, right? And so people pleasing and all of that. And so I'm here to say, dig deep. If for some reason, if you hit a block every time you're trying to move forward and what you feel you're being called to, but you can't, then there may actually be a fear of being seen, and there's something because there's something implanted and embedded in you that says never let your good be evil spoken of. Don't be a stumbling block for somebody else. Well, do it so that people can be comfortable. You don't make yourself digestible for people. Let them choke, okay? They have to choke fooling with me. And it's a lot of people that cannot live in their purpose and live in their passion because they're so concerned with what other people are going to say. And in your mind, you want to say, I'm not concerned, I'm not concerned, I'm not concerned. And really, you got to dig deep and deal with the problem, the underlying problem or conditioning that you don't realize is there and you don't realize how you got to. And I hope that moving forward, you understand that you came to this life with a purpose and you're expected to live in that purpose, okay? And to not do so, you do an injustice to yourself and to the people who actually need what you have, who you authentically are, for their healing and their breakthrough and to get what they need. And you hiding and not doing it because of what the ignorance of what was taught to you. You have to sit with it, deal with it, and release all those things so that you can live in your purpose and, you know, have your abundance and all the things open up to you. Okay? I hope this helps you out. I love you guys so much. Until next time. Bye.